Good morning. It's been 2 days since we purchased our grapevine, and we read the instructions and they said to actually soak it in a pot of water. And so we went ahead and did that, and now I'm going to go ahead and plant it. We had gorgeous weather yesterday. It was almost 80 degrees, and now today it's in the 40s. It's so cold again. But I want to try to get this done while Daniel's sleeping. Shouldn't take that long. For those of you who are new to our channel, this is our grapevine arbor that we actually moved here with. So these grapevines have been here a long time, and I have attempted to learn how to prune them and train them. They're still not exactly where I want them, but we had a couple vines die. So I think I'm going to plant our new vine right there, because we lost one right there, and just have it go up the trellis and integrate itself into the other grapevines. This particular grapevine is a red grape. I don't know if they would consider a table grape, but from what I read, it is a seedless red grape, prized for its ability for jelly, jams, and wine. I've never made wine. I don't drink wine. I only cook with wine, so I don't know anything about that. But we saw it at Aldi's, and we thought this would be something we'd really like to try. Our other grapes are seeded Concord grapes. Make amazing jelly and just grape juice. We haven't done that in a couple years, but we really love grapes. So we thought, you know, the price was right. I think it was $5.99 for a grape plant. We're going to plant it and see how it does. Got some of our mulch here. We're going to throw that in the hole. So the hole's pretty deep, and if you look, you can actually see there's different layers. The sand is at the bottom. This is what, you know, our soil mostly is, and then we've got the mulch, the layers of mulch that I've put in over the years. Well, that didn't take that long. I'm not sure if we're going to use that trellis. That's something we had from a leftover project. If we will go ahead and use that to support it or not. We don't really need much of a trellis with the other ones, but those are well established. And guys, this is the first time I've planted a grapevine back here. I tried one up front a couple years ago. They died. So I'm not sure if I should support it right now or not. I'll ask Art when he gets home. He's at work right now, and see what he suggests. That might be his type of thing, to put in a trellis or not. But that's one thing off Art's checklist, and now it's time for lunch. We're keeping lunch really simple today. In the freezer, I found, whoop, come on, camera. I found some like minestrone noodle soup. And then last night I had made a cheesy broccoli soup. So I've heated up both of those. And then Charity put together some breadsticks for me. Those look really good.
Mommy's making the salad. Yummy salad. Let's eat all the big green leaves. Turning them into little green leaves. And to put the tomatoes.
I even raised my prices from what they were.
Yum.
Wow. Is that better or is it more expensive?
Mommy, I don't put. Mommy, can't put raisins in the salad.
You want raisins?
Yeah. We could put it in a bowl and then put it in the salad.
Art and I are out with Daniel. We're running some errands. The first stop is the donation box. And then we're also going to be hitting a local store that sells the clocks that Art uses for his shop, like the will return signs. his does not hold up for very long because of the way the sun is, and it gets a lot of direct sun and it breaks down. So we're going to quick run in there and grab one of those while we're here and then continue on with the rest of our errands. We just stopped at Price Chopper, but there was nothing that was a good bargain, so we left with empty hands. We found a garage sale, and this is going to be baby's first garage sale.
What do you think, Daniel? Your first garage sale ever.
He doesn't look too happy about it.
No, he's kind of humored.
We walked away with just a router table, but that will be really good for the kitchen cabinets and all the routing. So right. Art's pretty excited about that.
I already have one, but it's good because then you don't need to set it up. They change the setup every time.
Right, and that's a big deal because that takes a lot of time. And that was only, what, 25?
25. And it has a router on it.
Yay. In fact, this is the neighborhood that we used to live in when we first got married. And it was nice to actually chat with them. I don't... Uh-oh, did you just break those glasses?
No, fine.
It was nice to chat with them. We had gone to sales before here, but I was not nearly as chatty at the time when I visited with them.
I think the blog has made you more chatty.
Yeah. So what were we here, 15 minutes?
Oh, at least.
At least 15, maybe 20, just chatting with them, talking about the local area and things like that. And so that was really enjoyable. I'm glad we found the router table. I'm sure the kids are wondering where we went, so we gotta hustle home now and check on the kids. And Daniel's had it. I think I'm finally starting to feel a little bit better. I feel like my voice is getting better as long as I don't talk too much. But I'm trying to get into that routine of eating out of the freezer again because the garden season is upon us. And as soon as things start picking up, we're going to be having to freeze stuff again. And the freezer, since I've been out of commission for several months because of Daniel, things have gotten a little eek down there. So I am working on eating my menu plans out of the freezer and tackling some of those things that are, I don't want to. I'm sure you guys know there's certain foods that sometimes you just don't want to cook for whatever reason. And one of those for this time was I had this container of deer heart. And there was nothing wrong with it. I love deer heart. I love eating it. For whatever reason, in the container, in the bags, it was like my nemesis. So I said, no more, pulling it out. So for tonight for dinner, we are having beef heart and bacon. So it looks like just like strips of steak. And if you want to see how I actually cook it, I actually did a whole video on it with my mom cooking it because she's the one that kind of inspired this recipe. She always cooked deer heart for my dad and for myself. And so I'll put a link for that in the description below. You guys can check that out. That's what we're doing for dinner tonight. I also had a few spaghetti squash left over from our garden from the fall. I opened those up and they're in the Instant Pot. And I have those cooking, but as you can tell, if I talk too much, I start to lose my voice. So I'm going to continue prepping dinner, keeping my voice quiet, and I'll catch you guys in a little bit. John has Cap tonight, so I'm going to drive him to work down to Cap while Art and the kids are finishing dinner. I'm also going to swing by the library, return these books. I really, really liked Meet the Frugal Woods. If you're looking for a good book to read, check that one out. It had a lot of just an interesting story about someone who actually was extremely frugal and how they managed to actually quit their jobs and live off what they had made and banked. So, very interesting story. Check it out if you haven't. It's called Meet the Frugal Woods. I found mine at the library, and it was an easy, quick read.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, John. Be back soon. Now it's off to the library. See what kind of good books I can find. I found a couple of books that looked sort of interesting. There was this one. And then this one. And I just finished reading a book about the flu of 1918. And this one is very similar. It's on the same topic. Different author. I thought that looked interesting. And then lastly, I found the handmade quilt. And I thought, this would be something. I actually like quilting. Haven't done it in a long time, but Lydia's at that age where she's just about ready to learn how to use a sewing machine. And this might be making a couple squares or something like that might be a good project for her. So that's what I picked that up for. And Mr. Peter, hello.
Hi.
Are you waiting for me?
Yes.
I picked up a few books and said hi to Charity. I was feeding Daniel, and the kids all came to sit outside with me, and we're playing a game of count the cars. Now I have to go put Daniel to bed, but Art will show you the kids. I mean, this is better than candy watching them react. It's so funny.
Yeah, okay, let's go outside and see what's going on. They're counting the colors of cars. And what's your color, Mary?
White. And then I have to get one more thing.
Okay. Yep. What's your color, Grace?
Red.
Red. And what's yours, Mary? Go, Olivia.
Black. I'm saying spell black.
And what's yours, Peter?
I am
Silver and gray.
silver and gray. Another greenish.
It's so fun. I'm trying
Right.
to get, Peter and I have to get 15 and Mary and Grace have to get 10.
Okay, so if you drive by your house, you might get counted. And there's a white.
Mary, you get 2 more.
A white.
6.
So who's about ready to win?
Silver for me, I have 13.
Peter and I are almost
I'm
tied.
the closest. I have 13 out of 15.
Grace has 6, Mary is in the last.
Lydia has 12 out of 15.
Peter's about to win.
6 out of 10. Grace has 5 out of 10. I win!
Now let's
Yay, Peter!
play. Now we'll keep playing.
All right, time to.
I have to go to one time.
It's
now.
time to come inside, kiddos.
Can we do one
We're getting ready to do family worship now, and we finished a book recently called Journey Through the Bible, and the kids all enjoyed that. And we're going to start another book now. We're going to start the autobiography of John Peyton. He was a missionary in the New Hebrides in the late 1800s. I read this book a few years ago, and it was really good, so we're going to read it now as a family. As we go through the book, we'll try to keep you updated on it and tell you how the kids like it. And Mary is going to read with her teddy bear.
Daddy, can I get myself?
Sure, go ahead.
And this is my stuffed animal.
Oh, Peter. The other kids wanted their stuffed animals too, so I let them bring theirs. What do you have, Mary, Grace?
I have a dog and Peppa Pig. I have one stuffed animal. Do you want my dog? 3, 4, 5, 6. Caramel?
Wow, that's a lot. Lydia, who do you have?
This name I named him Caramel. This is just Doggy, and I don't have any name for her. I just called her Dolly.
And what do you have, Lillian? Froggy. Oh.
And this is my stuffed animal. So you want to find out?
Oh no.
It is.
Yeah, that makes a little bit of noise.
And it's annoying. I'm joking.
Music in April.
So I think I'm going to turn this little guy off. Okay, kids, let's get started.